The next section, inshallah, we're going to talk about Fitrah. Fitrah. Fitrah means natural disposition or your original state. Allah says, Fatir as-samawati wal ard. He is the originator of the heavens and the earth. Fitrah. Fitrah. Natural disposition. On the night Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was taken on the night journey of Mi'raj. Okay, we're continuing the subject matter of Fitrah. On the night Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was taken on the night journey, which is called Mi'raj. Now I'm going to ask y'all that. What's the name of that journey? 2 cups, one containing wine and the other milk. So 2 cups were presented to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One, a cup of wine, and the other was a cup of milk. Were presented to him at Jerusalem. Remember we said he went to Jerusalem. Right before he went on his ascension, he went to Jerusalem, made the 2 rakats with all the prophets. And it said that he was presented with 2 cups. One with wine and one with a cup of milk. He looked at it and took the cup of milk. Jibril alayhi salam said, praise be to Allah who guided you to Fitrah, meaning the right path. If you had taken the cup of wine, your nation would have gone astray. So he took the cup of milk, which is the natural disposition or Fitrah. What's the first thing the baby drinks when it's born? Milk. What's the first thing we drink when we're born? Milk. Strict Fitrah. The baby, you ain't got to even teach it to suck on the nipple. It's the first thing, like it's already been inculcated into its psyche to suckle. Natural disposition, milk. There is a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There was a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said there are 2 things that if you're offered them, do not deny them. There's 2 things that if somebody offers you something, don't deny them. He said one is milk and the other is oil. So if somebody offers you some milk, don't deny them. If somebody offers you some oil, don't deny them. Right? So a lot of the brothers, when you're standing in the Salaah, you know, we have some brothers that want to give us oil or pass around the oil bottle before the Salaah, right? Because we know that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you get barakah or darajat, you get raised in rank with those who wear the oil in the Salaah rather than those who don't wear the oil in the Salaah. So some of the brothers, they want to get their sadaqah. Even wearing the oil is a sadaqah for the people that can smell you. Every person that smells you, ooh, that's a nice smell. You get a sadaqah because you have given a pleasant smell to somebody. So we're told from the hadith that if somebody offers you to wear some oil, don't deny them. And even if it's just a drop, take some of that. Let him get his barakah. If somebody offers you some milk as well, this is also something that we should not deny. Okay? But milk is a fitrah. Milk is the best thing going. Okay? We should drink milk all day. Got that vitamin D, got calcium in it. Okay? It helps the bones, the protein, the gums. Okay? So milk is part of the fitrah. Right? So we should drink more milk instead of soda pop. So drink more milk instead of that soda pop. That's part of our fitrah. It helps our bones, it helps our psyche, it helps everything, inshallah. Ameen. Continuing. So the fitrah is the natural disposition in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. The natural disposition of mankind is that the first thing we drink is milk. That which comes out the mother's bosom is milk. For the baby, milk. Right? The first however many months, you know, we're told in the Quran that the weaning period or the suckling period is 30 months, meaning 2.5 years. So for the first 2.5 years, you should give that breast milk. That's in the Quran. Right? He said if they wish to suckle, then the suckle period is 30 months. We know there's 12 months in a year, 12, 24, 24, 6, 30. 2.5 years. That's the maximum you can breastfeed. You can't breastfeed over 2.5 years. Okay? So 2.5 years of breastfeeding, that is the maximum and that's the best because you have all of the things that come out of the breast milk. You got the antibiotics, the nutrients and everything up in there for the child. We're told that even the women that breastfeed, you know, it reduces their stomach, it brings their uterus back, they lose weight, right? Also, it takes away the potentiality of breast cancer. Yes, because those women that do not breastfeed, you have all this calcium buildup. Where is it going? It's supposed to be the natural disposition of the fitrah is that the woman breastfeeds. To give Similac or formulas is not natural. So if you have all this calcium buildup in the breast of the woman and it isn't used for anything, it's just sitting in there, it will calcify, and thus you have breast cancers. Okay, because this is not normal for the woman. There's also hadiths with regards to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, those women who do not breastfeed, then on the day of judgment, they will have snakes biting at their breasts. This is from Sahih Hadith. So to breastfeed, it is a responsibility as well as an opportunity. It's a responsibility and an opportunity because we're told that every time the baby suckles from the breast, the woman is forgiven of their sins. So there's much benefit in breastfeeding. All right, continuing. There are 10 aspects of fitrah. Okay, and again, fitrah means natural disposition. Also, fitrah means a part of our cleanliness. As those who are created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is Allah who knows what's best for us for our cleanliness and our hygiene. He created us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us, so thus He knows what's best for our natural inclination. He knows what's best for our hygiene. He knows what's best for our cleanliness. He created us. So our fitrah, our natural disposition. So we have a hadith of 10 aspects of fitrah. In Sahih Muslim, again Sahih Muslim is one of the hadith books. In Sahih Muslim, where Aisha radiallahu anha reports that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, 10 are the practices of fitrah. 10 are the practices of fitrah. So there are 10 practices of fitrah, natural disposition that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for us, and what all the prophets did. Fitrah is something that not only for us, but all the prophets did it. This is a part of fitrah. Ibrahim alayhi salam, all the prophets did this. Fitrah. So there are 10 practices of fitrah. Number 1. Inshallah, you guys have it down, so I don't have to write this down on the board. Number 1, clipping the mustache. Clipping the mustache is a part of fitrah. Alright, so the first, or one of the aspects of fitrah is clipping the mustache. When we say clipping the mustache, it doesn't mean cutting the whole mustache off, but clipping the mustache means that you line it up. Meaning that the mustache does not go below the lip. Okay? Y'all who from California, y'all know about cholos and whatnot. The cholos, they got the big mustaches that comes all below the lip. They got food all in it. They be eating and food will be all in it. Okay? As Muslims, we do not let the mustache go below the lip. We line it up. So there's nothing wrong with you having your mustache lined up and looking trimmed up and looking nice and neat. This is a part of the fitrah. Okay? We do not cut the whole mustache off. We do not do the booty face. Okay? Imam Malik said that to shave the mustache off all the way is a part of mutilation. So we don't shave the mustache all the way off. We can trim it. Imam Malik. We can trim it, but don't go all the way booty face to the skin. Right? And we clip the mustache means to trim it so that it doesn't go below the lip. Number 2, the other aspect, or one of the other aspects of fitrah, is letting the beard grow. We let the beard grow. Growing the beard is wajib, fard. It is mandatory for the Muslims. Growing the beard is mandatory for the Muslims to grow the beard. There was once a man who came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he had a couple strings of hair on his chin. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him, he smiled. So the man went home and thought that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was laughing at his little, hairs on his chin. So he went home and he shaved them off. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him the next time, his face was very angry. He said, Ya Rasulullah, why are you angry at me? He said, well, why did you shave your strands of hair on your chin? He said, well, yesterday I saw you were smiling, so I thought that you were making fun of me. He said, no, I was imagining your wives in paradise fighting over the hairs of your chin on your chin. Your wives were fighting over it. So I was smiling and laughing. He said, but verily, be different from the Jews and the Christians. They shave their face, but this is a form of femininity, homosexuality, to shave the beard, to let the beard grow. This is a form of manliness and to distinguish the men from the women. Okay? So it is mandatory that the man allows his beard to grow to the best of his ability. Right? Like me, my beard doesn't grow. I don't shave. This is it. I don't shave none of this. Even my goatee, I don't shave it. The only thing I do is I trim up my mustache, just so y'all know, well, how come he don't have a beard? My beard don't grow. Okay? I wish he did. Alright? But those of y'all who can grow beards, you should not shave it. You can keep it neat. You ain't got to look like, Paul Bunyan and have it all out straggly. You can have it neat, a neat beard, okay? But you have to let it grow. Okay? This is the sunnah. Also, number 3, another aspect of fitrah is using the toothstick or the siwak or the miswak. So when we use the miswak, this is a part of fitrah. This is a part of the sunnah. This is something that all the prophets did. This is something that is a part of our hygiene. It's a part of our hygiene. So using the miswak is something that is stressed. It is something that is part of our fitrah, and it is a part of our hygiene. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that to use the miswak before the Salaah, it will raise you in 27 degrees darajat, rather than one who does not use the miswak. So when you use the miswak before the Salat, you get 27 times more reward than the person who made Salat without using the miswak. There's also another hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He said, if it were for me, I would have made the miswak mandatory to use before every Salat, but I fear that it would be a burden for my ummah. I fear that it would be a burden for my ummah. Right? But he said the miswak, it is a purifier of the mouth, it loosens the tongue. We're told scientifically it helps the digestive system and it helps the recitation of the Quran. The miswak. Okay, so the miswak is also part of the fitrah. Also, number 4, part of fitrah is the snuffing of water up the nose. And this is a part of the wudu. When we make the wudu, part of the wudu is to sniff the water in your nose with your right hand and to blow it out with your left hand. You snip it in with your right hand and you blow it out with your left hand. So those who know about the proper sequence of the wudu, when we get to the part of cleaning the nose, we take the water in with our right hand, and we're going to get into this when we get into the sequence of the wudu, but right now we're talking about fitrah. Because even before we do the salah, we have to know how to be clean. You can't even make the salah without being clean and having your hygiene first. So hygiene, tahara, stinja, right, going to the bathroom and all of this, we got to learn about all of this before, because if you don't know how to make stinja, you can't even make salah. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't cleaned yourself properly from using the bathroom, you can't even make salah. Okay? So in part of the wudu, there is a part in where you clean the nose. And you take the water in with your right hand, and you slip it in as much as you can, and blow it out with your left hand. This is a part of fitrah. Some people, they don't like putting the water in their nose. They feel like they're going to drown, right? Choke. Right? But the water in your nose, it cleans the filter of your nose. Those who have or know about the medical aspects of the nose, there's hairs in your nose, and these hairs are like filters that you breathe all day. You breathe in all day. So there's particles and dust particles and molecules and all kind of stuff going inside your nose. Just like when you drive a car, you got a filter. Every now and then you got to clean that filter or change that filter out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us how to clean that filter of our nose out by cleaning it with water. You clean your filter out. Right? If you don't clean that filter, you have a cloggy nose. We're told also that when you go to sleep, that shaitan, he dwells in your nasal cavity. When you sleep, right? When you wake up, you got all that phlegm in your mouth, got all that brown, all that stuff is. But Allah tells us how to clean our nose in the morning. Get all that phlegm, get all that stuff out of your nose. Okay? So it's a natural filter of your nose. It'll clear up your nose, your nasal cavity. When you put the water in your nose and blow them vocals out. Blow them boogers out. Clean your nose out. Okay? This is from the Sunnah, a part of our Fitrah. Right? We know that we go to sleep and say, shaitan, he resides in your nasal cavity at nighttime. So he said, clean your nose out 3 times. And he said, when you clean your nose out, do it vigorously. Meaning do it vigorously. Meaning, don't play with it. You're not cleaning your nose out. Get that water in there, stuff it in, and blow it out as hard as you can to get all that stuff about your nose. Inshallah. The next part of Fitrah is the cutting of the nails. Clipping the nails, the fingernails, and the toenails. This is a part of the Fitrah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to clip his nails every Friday before Jummah. So every Friday before Jummah, he used to clip his nails. We Muslims, we don't walk around with long nails. We ain't clipping. Right? We don't walk around with long nails. Right? When you have long nails, that's how the dirt gets in your nails. When you clip your nails, the dirt can't get up in there. The Prophet Muhammad said that if you do not clip the nails every Friday, then at least clip them within 40 days. You cannot allow your toenails or your fingernails to go past 40 days. That's everybody, men and women. Yes, we know women, y'all like to have long nails and whatever, but the Fitrah is no more than 40 days, then you have to clip your nails. Okay? Nail polish, that's a whole other subject too. You cannot make Salaah with your nail polish. You can't make wudu without the nail polish. Okay? So you have to take the nail polish off. Okay? You can wear henna because henna is natural. But to wear nail polish on your nails or your toenails, your wudu is not valid because it's not touching your toenails or your fingernails. So if you want to wear nail polish or toenail polish, after you make all your salahs, if you want to wear it for your husband and look nice and pretty and whatnot, you can do it after your salah time, but if it's time for salah, you got to take that off. Okay? So again, the clipping of the nails, the best is every Friday. Every Friday. The best is every Friday. Or the longest you can go is 40 days without clipping your nails or your toenails. Okay? Also, another part of the Fitrah is washing the finger joints. When I mean washing the finger joints, I mean that when you make wudu and wash the hands, that you wash in between your fingers like this. When you wash your hands, you have to wash in between your fingers as well as your toes. When you wash your feet, you have to wash in between your toes as well with your pinky finger. Again, we're going to talk about this when we go into the sequence of the wudu. But when you wash the hands, you have to wash in between the finger joints. And if you're wearing rings, you have to take your rings off. Right? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he wore rings. Whenever he made wudu, he would take his rings off. Okay, so if you wear rings, whether the men or the females, take your rings off to make the wudu. You have to wash in between your finger joints. When you wash your feet, you have to wash in between your toes. Just to wash your foot is not suffice. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to use his pinky finger and wash in between his toes. This is the sunnah. Also, the next characteristic of Fitrah is the plucking the hair underneath the armpits. So to shave the armpits for the man and the woman. For the woman and the man, we shave our armpits. This is a form of Fitrah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh man, I'm not that. So again, let me remind you, for us men, anything that is a part of the sunnah, you better not say that that's something wrong with it. You better not say that's gay. You better not say that's stupid. If you say that anything from the sunnah is gay, stupid, you don't like it, that's dumb, it can take you out of the realm of Islam. Period. So as Muslim men, we shave our underarms. That is the sunnah. And if we're Muslims, we submit to that reality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam these realities. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one that created us, said that to shave the armpit is part of your fitrah, it's a part of your hygiene. Those who know about shaving and not shaving, you know, you got all that gunk. If you don't shave your armpit, you put on some deodorant, all you did was put a whole bunch of gunk underneath your arm. You got a bunch of, you know, you got lint underneath there, you got all kinds of stuff underneath there, right? Your arm can't even breathe. When you shave, it breathes and you sweat better, right? It's cleaner because hair brings about funkiness and musk and it's funky, right? Hair smells, right? Your hair, it gets sweaty, it smells, right? If you had a bald head and you started sweating, it wouldn't smell like the same as if you had hair and it got sweaty, it smells. So the same with the hair underneath your arm, okay? We are to shave this, again, every Friday, but at the same time, do not go longer than 40 days with the arm hair as well. The next aspect of the fitrah is shaving the pubic hairs. Shaving the pubic hairs. So this is for the men and the women as well. We shave the pubic area. If you don't know what the pubic area is, then you ain't got it yet. Alright? So as for the men and the women, we shave our pubic hairs, we shave our underarms, we shave our pubic hairs. It's more clean like that. It's more hygienic like that. You can breathe better like that. You don't get funky like that. I know. Okay? Follow the sunnah. Right? Again, to think that something is retarded or to think that something is crazy or dumb, it will take you out of the realm of Islam. Yes, we men, we shave our pubic hairs. Yes, we men, we shave our underarms. This is the sunnah. Either you're going to follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or you're not going to follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To even denounce one hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, you may not practice it. That's different from one who denies it. One who says, man, I don't believe in that. Man, that's stupid. No, you're stupid. And it will take you out of the realm of Islam. No, you don't have to shave your chest hair. No. There's nothing in the hadith about your chest hair. Okay? Your underarms and your pubic hairs. Okay? So this is also part of the fitrah. Okay? For the men and the women, shave the underarms, shave the pubic hairs. Also, another part of the aspect of fitrah is cleaning one's private part with water. Cleaning one's private part with water, and this is called stinja. Stinja means to safeguard oneself from urine and defecation. After you use the bathroom, there is a certain manner and fashion in which we clean ourselves with water. We are to clean our private parts with water. The man and the woman. Okay, and we'll talk about that inshallah next class inshallah, but it's a whole thing on stinja. Okay, whole thing on stinja. But this is a part of fitrah to practice the form of stinja, meaning to clean yourself with water, your private part from water, when you use the restroom. We'll talk about that next class inshallah, because I'm going to wrap it up in a minute. Okay? But stinja means to safeguard yourself from urine and defecation. There was a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just to give you one hadith with regards to stinja. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came by two graves. Y'all remember this one hadith? And he put a date leaf on both of these graves. And so they said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why did you put these date leaves on these graves? He said they were being punished for something that they took light, but in the sight of Allah it was major. One of them was guilty of slandering and going around the land and causing mischief with slander. This is called namima, meaning to slander somebody. And he said the other one did not safeguard himself from urine or defecation, meaning they did not do stinja. So there are people in the grave that will be punished because they did not clean themselves properly after using the restroom. Okay, like I said, we'll talk about that next class. What is the proper mechanics and clean yourself from using the restroom. Because again, if you use the restroom, you don't clean yourself properly, you can't even make salah right. You're not clean yet. Okay? But if you don't know, then alhamdulillah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't hold you accountable for the things that you don't know. Okay? That's why we're here, so that we can know and have a proper salah, inshallah. Also, another aspect of fitrah, we're told here that the narrator said, I have forgotten the 10th, but it may be the rinsing of the mouth with water. So also to rinse the mouth out with water is a part of fitrah. Washing the mouth out with water. Also, circumcision is also a part of fitrah. Okay, circumcision, to be circumcised, is a part of the fitrah. This is a covenant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we owe Allah. For the men, we have to be circumcised. Okay, I'm going to read the hadith. In regards to circumcision, it is desirable that it be done on the 7th day after the birth of the child. It is reported that the Prophet ﷺ circumcised Hassan and Hussein, the two sons of Fatima and Ali, on the 7th day of their birth. However, there was no harm in delaying the circumcision until later. So again, circumcision is a part of the fitrah. Every Muslim must be circumcised, and it doesn't matter in what age you did it. We learn from the scriptures of old that Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was 80-something years old when he got circumcised. And Ishmael alayhi salam was 13 years old when he was circumcised. And this is in the book of old. That's why you hear about the Jews. They're very staunch on circumcision. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that one who is not circumcised will not enter into the kingdom of God. This is a covenant. So as Muslims, you have to be circumcised. If you're not circumcised, you should go get circumcised. Even though you didn't do it as a child, it doesn't matter. I know brothers personally that took shahada and got circumcised in their 20s. Because they became Muslim and found out about the hadith and they went and got circumcised. Alright, this is a covenant. This is a part of our iman. Got to get it done. They'll put you to sleep, man. You ain't going to be awake. They'll put you to sleep. You won't be awake. They'll put you to sleep. They give you the anesthesia. They'll put you to sleep, man. This is a part of your iman. This is a part of your fitrah. To not be circumcised is nasty. It's nasty. They call it it's nasty. Okay? So again, this is a part of iman. Again, this is having one to follow the fitrah and follow the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Remember, Ibrahim alayhi salam was 80-something years old. They didn't have anesthesia back then. He just went and got him a razor and just cut himself. Commandment of Allah. They didn't have anesthesia. They didn't have none of that. Didn't matter. And his son Ishmael was 13. So either you're going to do it or you're not. Or that can keep you got to follow the sunnah. Okay? And I think right now, how much we paid for Ibrahim? Was it 150, 250? 150? It was $150 to get it done. $150 to get it done. Alright? I'm going to just read a couple of more hadiths and then we'll start, inshallah. Then the next class we'll start with the subject matter of stingy. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu reported that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, were it not that I might overburden the believers, and in the hadith transmitted by Zuhair, the people, I would have ordered them to use the miswak at every time of the salah. So again, this is just a hadith with regard to the siwak or the miswak that is very stressed sunnah. So you see the brothers walking around with the miswak, it's because we follow the sunnah. We're following the sunnah. So this is a part of the sunnah, it's a stress sunnah. And the Prophet Muhammad said that if it were, he felt that it would not be a burden, that it would be a burden for the ummah, he would have ordered it for every salah. Miqdad bin Shurayh narrated from his father who said, I asked Aisha radiallahu anha what the Prophet ﷺ did first when he entered the house. She replied, he would use the miswak first of all. So the first thing he would do was use the miswak. The first thing he would use when he woke up in the middle of the night, he would use miswak. We even told in the hadith that the Prophet ﷺ and Aisha, they used to share the same miswak. He would use it and he'd give it to Aisha. She'd use it too. That's love. Using the same miswak. Part of the sunnah. Yahya related to me from Malik from Ibn Shuhib from As-Sabak that the Prophet ﷺ said in a jama'ah, Muslims, Allah has made this day a festival day, Eid, so do ghusl, and it will not harm whoever has perfume to apply some of it and use the toothpick, use the miswak. So also on Jummah, use the miswak on Jummah. Use the oil on Jummah and use the miswak on Jummah. Do the ghusl on Jummah. Okay, we're going to stop there for today, inshallah.